They use their media to assassinate real news. They use their schools to teach children that their president is another Hitler. They use their movie stars and singers and comedy shows and award shows to repeat their narrative over and over again. And then they use their ex-president to endorse the resistance, all to make them march, make them protest, make them scream racism and sexism and xenophobia and homophobia, to smash windows, burn cars, shut down interstates and airports, bully and terrorize the law-abiding, until the only option left is for the police to do their jobs and stop the madness. And when that happens, they'll use it as an excuse for their outrage. The only way we stop this, the only way we save our country and our freedom, is to fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest place.
Now, this is our method for removing squibs from barrels. Squibs, by the way, are rounds which, due to the low or no powder in the cartridge, are pushed into the barrel from the presence or concussion of the primer. This one was caused by a factory round which had no powder, we're assuming. That's why I'm a big proponent of loading your own, as demonstrated from this ammo failure. Imagine if this was the hunt of a lifetime, or just going out to the range for the day. Whatever you do, do not, I repeat, do not attempt to shoot it out. This is definitely going to ruin your gun and most likely your day. Plus, you'll destroy your barrel if you're lucky. I begin by getting a proper diameter solid brass rod for the caliber in question. This rod in particular is a 5/32 inch solid brass rod, which I use for the .22 caliber family of rifles. This M77 Ruger, by the way, is in .22-250. Use what you can find which come closest to the bore diameter. I like to wrap black electrical tape at regular intervals. This allows the rod to be both centered in the bore and provides support while discouraging warping of the rod when we begin hammering it. How far in the bullet is lodged is also another factor to consider. I tend to like to go in from the breech and pound it out if the bullet is halfway or more in either direction, but in this case the bullet is lodged just 2 inches into the barrel, so I've decided to go from the muzzle. Brass is softer than the steel, so it will not damage the crown nor the barrel if done correctly, and that's the if, people. Some people will use a punch and punch out the appropriate size piece of leather. Use this between the rod and the bullet. Works as a type of buffer. You can use a type of heavy grease, like moly, to help stick the leather to the rod and guide it. I use some oil in front and behind the projectile just to slick things up a bit. It allows the rod to go in and the bullet to move out freely. Less friction means less damage, even if we are using a brass rod. I like to wrap the barrel or stock in some leather pads and secure it in a padded vise. Make sure to use a firm platform which won't damage the stock or the barrel depending on which way you're hammering. You also want to make sure that the gun barrel is exactly vertical to take advantage of the force being used. Begin tapping the rod gently. I highly advise getting a high vantage point so you have better control and you can deliver accurate blows. After you're done, run a bore snake to clean out the excess oil and you're all ready for the range. Good shooting. Get out there, have some fun. And remember, this is the way we do it. There's a lot of different methods, but this is how we do it. Till next time.